You ever think about how once upon a time, if you weren't home, you just weren't reachable? No texts, no DMs, no scene receipts. If someone called and the line was busy, they'd have to try again later. And that wasn't rude, that was normal. Before everything was always online. Dial-up taught us something we forgot. Boundaries. Hey, I'm Alex, and this is Fine, a Millennial Diary. We're still here, diving deep into Volume 2, Nostalgia and Identity, digging through the dusty attics of our collective millennial brains. And today, we're talking about disconnection, about how growing up with busy signals, unplugged routers, and call me back later shaped the way we handled relationships, anxiety, and most of all, privacy. Before smartphones lived in our pockets and anxiety pretty much lived in our guts, we had built-in brakes. We had boundaries by accident. And maybe we were better for it. There was a time, not even that long ago, when if someone wanted to reach you, they had to wait. If the line was busy, they'd call later. If you weren't home, they'd maybe leave a voicemail, but there was no expectation of an instant reply. No guilt for not being available. No red receipts shaming you. You had permission to be living, not constantly explaining where you were, what you were doing, or why you haven't even answered yet. That pause, hell, that silence, it wasn't neglect. It was life. If you were online, no one could call you. If you were on the phone, no one could IM you. You physically couldn't be at two places at once. And because of that, you didn't feel like you were failing if you weren't available 24/7. There was forced presence. If you wanted to talk to someone online, you waited for that little door icon to pop up. You weren't entitled to their time, and they weren't entitled to yours. And honestly, that slow, clunky, imperfect connection probably protected our nervous systems more than we ever realized. Let's fast forward to now. If you don't text back fast enough, people notice. If you don't comment, people wonder. If you don't post, people assume. Availability is no longer a courtesy. It's expected, demanded. And when you grow up in a world where you could be unreachable, and now you're expected to be constantly reachable, it's a jarring shift on your brain and what your brain never asked for. Our burnout isn't just stress, it's connection stress. It's never having permission to just disappear for a few hours without guilt, shame, or explanation. So here's what I'm learning. It's okay to log off. It's okay to let the messages pile up. It's okay to put your phone on Do Not Disturb and disappear for an afternoon. Because we weren't made for this constant connection. We were made for presence. And sometimes presence means being unreachable. Not because you don't care, but because you do. Because you remember what it was like when silence wasn't suspicious. It was sacred. So go offline. Let them wonder. Protect the dial-up kid who still lives deep inside of you. They deserve peace too. Next time on a Millennial Diary, I used to know all of my friends' phone numbers. We'll talk about connection, memory, and why remembering people mattered differently before phones did the remembering for us. Until then, hang up the call, log out of the chat, let the line go busy. You're not missing out. You're reclaiming peace. And this is fine.
Goodbye.